In this video, you will learn how to solve the 5x5. Now, in order to solve the 5x5, you're going to have to solve the centers and then the edges. That way, it will convert into a 3x3 such as this. When you're finished with solving all the centers and then the edges, this is what it will look like. Essentially, these are the same. These are just the edges, edge piece. This is a center piece, and the corners are just corners. Alright, so let's get started. Most people, you can start in any color, but most people start on white, so I guess we'll start with that. So the first thing you want to do is get an edge connected to this white center here. So there can be there's pieces and there's a corner. Well, not technically a corner, but for now we'll just say this is a corner, edge, and middle. Here's an edge piece. I can't just get it up there because it moves the center. So I need to turn it like this and then move it up like that. Next, I need to connect two pieces to go right here. So I need an edge and a corner. So there's that. And then, so what I like to do is I put the center that I'm working on like this. And then I have this, which also has pieces in it, but I'll show you how to get those out later. And then you can use all these layers like this. You don't have to do turns like this. You can go like this for now because it's not ruining anything, so that just makes it easier. So I need the two pieces together. So here's an edge and here's a corner, and I can just connect these by going like that. If I try and connect them but it doesn't work because it pushes it out of the way, then what I need to do is move this like that and then connect them. Then I can put it up here like that, except I want it together. So how to get it together is I'm gonna imagine I need my pieces like this. So I need to turn this so it looks like that and then put it up there like that. Next, I need to do that again, but on the other side. So here's a corner, there's another corner, but there are no edges. So here they're all on the opposite side of the center we're working on. So how to get these out is you're gonna put the layer you're working on in the back. Then you're gonna move a piece that you need up. You're gonna move it up, move it out of this layer. That way when you bring it back down, it stays up there. So now you can keep working. So there's an edge and a corner, and I will connect them like that. And then I will put it in here. I need it to go right here. And so I need to move it like this. And there we go, up. And now the last thing I need to do is get 3 in at the same time. So here 2 are already connected, and then all I have to do is move this over and connect them. Let's say though that there was already a piece up there and you needed to get it down. What you do is you get the layer that you need the piece on right here, push it down. Then you're going to push this piece out of the way. That way when you put it back up, it just stays down here. So again, I can connect these like that, and then just connect it up like that. So there's the first center. It's the easiest step. Now we need to do the other center, the opposite center, which is yellow. So the first thing we need to do again is put the edge with the middle. So we can just go up, over, and then down. Now, instead of not just going up, I can't do that because that messes up my white. So what I do here is I move this out of the way. That way when I put this white back down, it doesn't get ruined. So that stays there. Next, I need 2. So here's an edge. That's an edge, but we need a corner. Here's a corner. There's 3 corners. But there's already this shape, and this is what we need. So I'm just going to use that. So I'll put it in the right layer like I normally do. And it needs to go right here. So if I put it up here, it goes like this. So I need to put them so they're attached, but I have to fix this, so move it out of the way so when I put this back down, it is not ruined. Now I need to get that same shape again. Here are 2 corners, and here's an edge. Since they're so far apart, I will just move one of the corners up here closer, and now I will connect them. So I can connect them like that, and now move it to my right side, then attach them up, over, down, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make the 3 and then put them right here at the same time. So I need to get this down first because that's up there, so I need to push it down, put that over, and move it back up. And so here's the corner, here's an edge. I can connect these like that. Now I just need that last corner, and there it is. So attach it, and now I need it on the left this time. Unless they are both on the right, then that's okay too. I just have to make sure I put it with the yellow. I can't go like that because there's no way I can put that back down. So you have to put them with the yellow. It's confusing at first, but you get the hang of it. You put it up, turn 2 times, that way the layer that isn't yellow comes back down, and now it's solved. Moving on to the next layer, so you're going to put the 2 centers that you worked on the sides, okay? And then you're going to just pick your center, so here's orange. I'll work on that. So same thing as always, make that shape, and then the next shape. A lot of these shapes will be already made for you. So here's this shape, and I can turn it like this, and it's connected. Now I need another one, and it's right there. So now I can move this over. There we go. And when I'm making these centers, I want to put my progress on the left. That way I can use the right layer. So now I need the 3. Here is already 1 right there. And my other corner is down here, so I will move it up in the same layer. And then how I can connect these is I can move this over. That way when I go down, push this over, bring it back up, and now they're together. Now I just have to do that. So that first center after you do the first 2 is pretty easy, but now it's going to get a little more hard, a little more challenging. So now we're going to go move up. So now the next color is green. So we already have that shape there. So next we just need these 2. So there aren't any of these shapes, so we can use this corner and this edge. So I'm going to push this down. That way, then move that over, put it back up, and it connects them. And then I can attach these by going down. And that ruins our orange. See that? But then we can go like that way. That way when we put the orange back, it keeps our green together. Next, we need to get the 3. So here's an edge, corner, another corner. So I could solve the edge and the corner first by putting them in the right layer, and then moving it up, over, and then back down. That way our orange stays together. And then now I need this corner to go with this corner and edge, and then attach it, and then move it over, bring it down. Now I need these 3 all the way down over here. So first thing I'm just going to do is put it in this layer. So up, I can move it over 2 times, and then back down. That keeps our orange and our green together. Then I just solve this as normal. So up, over, over, down. Now I have the final 2 layers, and now I have the final 2 edges. So what I'm going to do here is work on red and put the most solved part on the left. And now I need the 2 again, so it's already made for me. So I can just move this over. I'm going to push it down, move this over, put it back up. That saves our orange and green. And now I just have this. This is an easy case, but I'll show you a harder case. So if you have an edge right here, your goal is to make 2 and then leave 1 left over. So this is your goal right here, because you can easily solve this. So if you have 1 edge, you're going to move this up to the top layer, move this over, bring it back down. Now it's in the top layer. Now I can connect these to one of their edges like this, move this out of I can't bring it down because that will ruin my orange. If I just bring it up, these 3 aren't made, so I can ruin these. So then move it to where this needs to be so these connect. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this here and then go up, over, down. So that solved the whole red layer, but most of the time it won't do that. The reason we want this is that way it does do that. So we go up, over, down, and then we can solve these by going like this. Again, up, over 2 times this time, and then down. And that solves that. Now, if we just have an edge, these 2 edges are just swapped, or if it's like this, you can move them so they're both on the right. And what you can do here is you're gonna take this whole layer and go down like this, move this over, move this middle layer down like that, turn it, and then move this back up, and then turn this, and then put the middle layer back up, and that will solve it. So there are all of the centers, and now we are going to start making edges. So we can start with any edge that we see. So there's a yellow green here, and yellow green here. I can easily make these two together like this. That does ruin my centers, but I'm about to fix them. So now that I have made this, I'm going to bring this yellow green down here so I can solve it. So like that, and then solve it. But if you bring it to the wrong side, you won't be able to solve it. And if you do this, this is how to fix it. You go up, over, down, front, down, front again, but the other way, and then up. And then that fixes it. That way I can just solve it like that. And now what I'm going to do is store this on the top layer where it is safe. So go up, over, down, and there's our first good one. Now I'm going to fix the centers. You don't have to fix the centers, but if you're a beginner at 5x5, I suggest doing so. So now we can find another one, orange and white here with orange and white. I can't solve it like this, so I will have to do that algorithm again. And now I can solve it like this. And if I just go up, over, down, that brings this, and then I will ruin that. So if I'm putting these up, I need to make sure that I put a good edge right here on top of it, and then go up, over, down. And now I have two good edges. And now you're just going to keep doing that. So I'll show you another example. So there aren't any, doesn't look like there aren't many easy ones. So I will show you what to do. So here's an orange and green and another orange and green. So you can't like put them together because they won't go. So I'll do that algorithm and then match them up like that. Now we'll just need that center, and that is not on this layer. It's not here or here, so it's going to be in this bottom layer. Here it is. So how to get this down, I'm just going to move this over and then up, over, down, and then move this top layer so I have these still safe. Then I can't solve it like this because it's not solved. So I'm going to do that same algorithm. It works for the center too. And then I will put them together and then match it, put a good solve right there, good solved edge, and then up, over, down. Now I have three. Once you have all four of these, all good edges, and then you have another one but you don't know where to put it because it'll just ruin it, you're going to put these all on the bottom, and then you have four more spots to keep the good edges. So then you're going to just keep doing that. So I'll show you real quick. Here's two that can match up, orange and blue. This center is right here, and I can bring it down to this layer like that. And since it's flipped, it won't go together. I will do the algorithm. Now put it together, and there it's solved. And then make sure this is still safe. And there we go. And just keep doing that until these are also filled. So whenever I have all four of these on top and they're good, and all four of them down here and they're also good, but I have four bad edges and there's nowhere to put them, once I solve an edge, what I do here is I'm going to borrow a good edge and put it down here. That way we have one bad edge up here. That way we can store another good edge up there. Now we have to remember to keep this safe. So easy one here, yellow and blue, they can match up like that. Then I'll put it in this spot, up, over, down, like that. And now our orange and blue is ruined, but if we connect the centers again, now it's still safe. So now we're going to do that again. So there, this isn't a solved edge, so we'll put that up there. And now there's no easy way to connect these. So here there's white and blue, so I can just do that. So what I need to do now is I need to flip these. So I'll do the algorithm to flip it, and now they're down here, and resolve the edge. So now these are solved, and this is still safe, and this is still safe. And now I'm going to grab this edge and put it down here. So up, over, down, and that saves. These are still okay, and there's still another bad edge up here. So now I can't connect these, so I'll do the algorithm to flip it and then connect it. Then I'm going to put it up here, put the bad edge, so I bring it down, and fix the center. Now I'm down to 2 last edges, and what I'm going to do here is find 2 that are next to each other but flipped, so like this. And then the last piece, which is right here, I need them all on the same layer, so what I mean is like this. So that way the yellows are facing each other, and then the center, the other color of those 2 edges is facing the other way. So this is red and then 2 yellows. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push this over so this lines up. Then I'm going to flip it with the algorithm and then push it back, and that solves that edge. Now if you do this, sometimes it will solve both of them, sometimes it won't. So this is the last edge where it is just flipped. This edge just needs to flip, and here is the algorithm to solve this. And there we go. Now it is all like this, where it is just like a 3x3 stage. So this white and orange edge would be the same thing as this white and orange edge on a 3x3. It's the same thing. It's just broken up into more pieces. The corners are just the same, and then the centers are the same thing. So these 9 center pieces equal that one piece. So now what you're gonna do is just solve it like you would as a 3x3. So like that. I'm gonna do the same thing. Solve the edge, or the solve the cross, and then just continue on from there. And unlike the 4x4 and 6x6, you cannot get parity while solving it in the 3x3 stage. So that is very nice. Once you solve it like a 3x3, it will be solved, and there you go. That is how to solve the 5x5. I really hope you learned how to solve it. I really hope this helped. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.